Good morning, YouTube. Oh, damn gimbal. A little bit of change of scenery.
Thank you. Thank you.
So there you have it, YouTube. This is our new apartment gym, and everything in between. Last week was, as much as I controlled things, I organized things, moving is just not easy. There's always fiddly parts, especially sometimes here. I know it's like, Dubai is great for convenience, for getting shit done, it will get done straight away, but sometimes just the communication, because obviously a lot of the workers are Indian, Pakistani, whatever it is, just sometimes the communication's a bit a pain in the ass. It's not them personally, but sometimes they just take the piss out of like just some money things, and it's, it's just like a little bit more energy that you have to give out. But we're in. So this is the first Monday back, and I just feel more inspired with being in a new environment, being able to do all these different things. A move was definitely needed for us. The reason we stayed at our last place for longer, because it was just cheap and probably convenient. We were comfortable, which isn't the thing. So we're paying a little bit more now, but that's going to come back with productivity and things like that as well. So yeah, nice little upgrade, and the little apartment gym is pretty cool as well. Got a good cardio bike as well, which is the one for me in prep. But no cable machine, which I'm a little bit annoyed about, because I want to do cable crunches. So routine, we're going to do decline leg lifts, and we're going to do some body weight crunches, little circuit. So let's go. Honestly, I can't explain how nice this new place feels. Like before, I remember when I first came to Dubai, I got a 3-week just Airbnb, and I used to sit on the balcony and just like every morning have a laptop and sit in the morning, have a coffee, and I just loved it. And even at the place that we lived at in the marina as well, we used to do the same, like sit on the balcony and stuff like that. But the one in JVC that we had before, we did a little bit, and Steph made the effort of like getting a barbecue and getting things like that. We just never used it because it was just really dusty, that area. It was really nice because we didn't overlook any kind of construction, but then as the years went on, we were there was like construction. Right now there's like 3 construction buildings right next to it, so it's just noisy, and it was just not nice. You didn't want to sit outside, and like you couldn't kind of walk out here because there'd just be dust everywhere, or sand rather. And now we're just like in like a enclosed kind of community area where there's no construction around us at all. Like there's one like at the end of the street, but like you can't hear it or you can't do anything. So this is just so quiet. It's so nice. So yeah, it's lovely. And I just like this morning was the first morning where I was like, I'm gonna get in routine, no phone, all this sort of stuff. Last week was a bit on and off, but so far I haven't even been on my phone this morning, which is that thing. I just don't want to be on my phone for that first hour of the day. So abs, meal prep, coffee, and brought out the coffee machine that actually my coach Cam gave me a coffee machine before he actually went back to the UK and then came back here. So still got that coffee machine going, so it just feels so nice, guys. But I think this plant needs to be moved because it doesn't like this much sunlight. It doesn't look too hot right now, so we might have to move it. Go on. Go on. Yep, scratch it off. Let's go. Go. Go on. Standard coffee shop work. Mrs. Doesn't change. It doesn't fucking change. Hydromax. Super underrated supplement. In a nicest way, it's just a hydration formula, but it is just like the fucking king. Wasn't even designed to be a hydration formula, originally from Strom, the company. But it's so good. Tastes amazing. And whenever we talk about hydration, water alone can't hydrate you. We need things like potassium, sodium, and things like that to really get the full benefits of hydration from an intramuscular and like an intracell standpoint. So also, if you know, you know. With that. Okay, don't actually follow this, but we're gonna do Madam standard routine, standard setup. Super Bowl halftime show. It's Bad Bunny, and we're gonna do this pre-workout, standard. See if it's actually good, because sometimes they're dead.
Is this in the Super Bowl?
No, this is though. I'm not gonna be filming much today, just because I'm not very good at kind of doing YouTube stuff whilst training. I'm good at like little split things like this between exercises, but otherwise, guys, I'm not the best. So I'll get Dan in, full session breakdown, kind of where I'm at, what's going on. But this vloggy style, I really just want to get across this kind of one point, and I don't think it's it's not anyone's fault. It's just the world that we live in, because of like the amount of content, the amount of like social media, the amount of information out there. It does become just overwhelming, and this overwhelm then forces people to feel paralyzed, then forces people to actually simply overanalyze and not execute. Like, what I really want to get fucking clear is that if you do this, your bicep has to work. Again, if you do this, your tricep has to work. Day-to-day life. And then vice versa. With my leg, if I extend it, my quad has to work. If I draw it back in, my hamstring has to work. Do you get the point? And then from that, all you do is get better at doing this or that. That's it. So when I say getting better, that is obviously technique, that is getting used to different machines, that is obviously running the same machine, and that is getting better at moving that weight from A to B, that is connecting to the muscle, that is adding more weight, more reps, etc., etc. Progressive overload in a nutshell, right? Like, I hate being that fucking coach that goes progressive overload, but it's true. Like, the analyzing and the over-analyzing, just honestly stop. Like, please stop that as fast as possible and just think, if I'm in a shoulder press, which I'm about to do now, if I do this and I do that, my shoulder has to fucking work, regardless. Right, this one, a little bit of a weird variation. You can obviously do dumbbell chest supported, kind of dumbbell chest supported lateral raises this way. Boom. Which is kind of the go-to. I just don't really like it. So, I like to do it facing the other way. So I like to do it this way. Don't ask me why. I just like to do it this way. Slightly lean back, so it's almost like kind of like a lying cuff raise, where you're kind of like your back supported. Boom. Just make sure dumbbells don't cross over the shoulders. As soon as they come to shoulder height, just take them back up again. And then imagine just pushing your fists all the way out to the side of the room and then up to the roof. Always use straps. Every muscle is going to respond slightly differently. I've definitely got to the point in my training now where
whether that's my legs, my shoulders, my biceps, whatever it is, my back, I know which rep range, which weight that I get the best response on. So for example, like legs, I like from like a 6 to 12 range. And most of the time that's gonna be, I guess, like more heavier weight. Vice versa, arms, I like that kind of 12 to 20 rep range, and it's kind of like a moderate weight. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, you start to figure out where you get the best response from. Just the longer you do it and the longer that you experiment and the longer you talk to for me, the longer I talk to my coach and kind of just work these things out. Same with training methods and machines and all this sort of stuff. Like, it's just experience. It's just experience. So enjoy. Take your fucking time. Post-workout. Fucking that face tracker's on again. How do I turn it off? Exit. Alright. Post-workout. Stairs. I've never actually done stairs as cardio because my legs get leaner first. A lot of the time what I found is that they just get flat quickly because those leaner areas just start to flatten off, so the muscle just doesn't look poppy and alive. Hence why every single dieting phase, every single prep, I've always done a bike just to take the weight off my legs. But right now till we go to Australia, it'll be absolutely fine. Obviously, stairs are always harder, so yeah, I'm not going to be pulling off fucking stage lean condition before Australia, so it's more just like a photo shoot look. 10 to 15 kilos. So if I left Australia, if we left to Australia, which is in April, at, I don't know, like 98 kilos, something around that point. Be a nice position. Come back, and when I come back from Australia, 14-week prep into the first show. So yeah, if I come, and that probably just leave about 10 to 12 kilos to pull off when I come back from Australia, because I always come back from trips same weight, if not a little bit lighter. And Australia for us is very much routine, same shit. So yeah, that's the mission. There's no orals in at the moment, literally just test, primo, mast, that's all I have. No orals, not touching any of that shit. We've made one food change, which started 6 weeks ago. We literally pulled my food by 1,000, and that's been able to take me from 111 kilos down to 104.5 to 105 kilos, and it keeps dropping. So last week was a little bit on and off because I missed a cardio session, missed a couple of meals, stress was a little bit high. So still checked in this morning and saw 700 grams come off the scale, which is good considering last week wasn't my normal, hit every variable perfectly. But yeah, that's the thing with this dieting phase, it's just a little bit more relaxed. So we went out for dinner on Saturday night, still super chilled. All I do on that Saturday is just pre-workout meal, post-workout meal. I just take out the carbs from that post-workout meal. I literally just do protein, so chicken. It's pretty, just chicken and some tomato sauce, and dinner. So that's how you manage eating out. Just damage control in the day. Anyway, I got about 5 minutes left in here. See you at home.
Let's try again. We've just had, where's it gone? We just had a table delivered. Steph ordered a nice marble table for us to be social and have guests and stuff. So as of right now, it's quite good because we haven't got chairs for it, but luckily we've got 2 desk chairs. So I'm just using it as an office because when we do check-ins, obviously we have the office and then we'll have this as well. So it's handy when we're both doing check-ins or both on calls, because that was definitely something that was missing in the last house. I always had to go to a commercial working area, which was down in the basement, which wasn't very nice. But it did the job. So yeah, it's nice to be elevating our lives and get a nice space. I'll do a proper house tour. We're still waiting to get the TV cabinet in. And then we're gonna have a guy come in and just put it onto the wall Also we'll have the guy put up the lights in the balcony area. We've got something, we're gonna get something for the bedroom, like a small chest of drawers, but otherwise that will be it. So we're just waiting on, and then obviously chairs and tables. So yeah, Cora's there somewhere, hiding away, just chilling. So I'm gonna take her for a pee, guys, and get everyone's dinner ready.